In armored warfare, few tanks command as much attention and fascination as the KV-2. Emerging from Soviet engineering in the years during World War II, this behemoth of steel left its mark on the battlefield. The KV-2 was a heavyweight by any measure, tipping the scales at 52.4 tons. Its weapons included a massive 152mm M10 howitzer, capable of delivering devastating blows to enemy fortifications and armored vehicles. The KV-2 was originally designed to be a bunker buster for the Russo-Finnish conflict, but this monster could deliver devastating blows to even the German tanks of its time. Along with its main gun were two 7.62mm DT machine guns, one mounted in the hull and another in the turret. The tank's armor, with thickness of up to 75mm on both the turret and the hull, provided substantial protection for its crew of 6 members. It provided so much protection that it was nicknamed Dreadnought by its crews. Powered by a V2 diesel engine generating 600 horsepower, the KV-2 only had a maximum speed of around 25 kilometers an hour, or 15 miles per hour, on roads, and its off-road performance was even less impressive. The KV-2 was a product of the Soviet Union's military modernization efforts in the late 1930s. While precise cost figures are difficult to get, it's evident that the KV-2 is a significant investment for the Soviets. Its complex design, heavy armor, and powerful armament contributed to its high production costs, which limited the number of units manufactured to 203 KV-2s. Despite its effectiveness on the battlefield, the KV-2's high cost and slow maneuverability ultimately led to its fall, especially because more practical and cost-effective tanks came as the war progressed. One of the KV-2's most notable strengths was its firepower. Armed with a 152mm howitzer, it possessed the capability to neutralize enemy fortifications and armored vehicles with ease, making it a formidable adversary on the battlefield. Additionally, its thick armor plating provided excellent protection for its crew, allowing it to withstand significant enemy fire. Moreover, its imposing presence alone could demoralize enemy forces, disrupting their formations and providing opportunities for Soviet advances. Despite its impressive firepower and armor protection, the KV-2 suffered from several drawbacks. Its sheer size and weight made it slow to maneuver, particularly in urban environments or rugged terrain. Additionally, its slow speed made it vulnerable to faster, more agile opponents, limiting its effectiveness in mobile warfare scenarios. Furthermore, the complexity of its design contributed to its high production cost, ultimately leading to its fall. The KV-2 made its combat debut during the early stages of World War II, where it faced the Finnish front line. It absolutely dominated the battlefield to where the Finnish anti-tank guns would stop firing at the KV-2s to hide their location. The KV-2 was not only a formidable opponent for the Finnish. In 1941, a single KV-2 from the Soviet 3rd Mechanized Corps held back the assault of the 6th Panzer Division, which had approximately 100 vehicles, for an entire day. It was only destroyed after it ran out of ammo and totally decimated the 6th Panzer Division. Another account from the experience of the 1st Panzer Division on June 23, 1941, in Lithuania shows just how resilient the KV-2 could be. Here is a record of the engagement. Our companies opened fire from 700 meters. We got closer and closer. Soon we were only about 50 to 100 meters from each other. A fantastic engagement opened up, without any German progress. The Soviet tanks continued their advance, and our armor-piercing projectiles simply bounced off. The Soviet tanks withstood point-blank fire from both our 50mm and 75mm guns. A KV-2 was hit more than 70 times and not a single round penetrated. A very few Soviet tanks were immobilized and eventually destroyed as we managed to shoot at their tracks, and then brought up artillery to hammer at them at close range. It was then attacked at close range with satchel charges. Its thick armor and devastating firepower made it a formidable opponent, striking fear into the hearts of its adversaries. In total, only 22 KV-2s were destroyed. Only 5 of those were from direct enemy fire, and the other 17 were abandoned because of breakdowns or loss of fuel. However, as the war progressed and the Soviet Union faced mounting economic pressures, and the Germans made the Tiger I tank that could take out the KV-2 more easily, the production of the KV-2 dwindled. Eventually, it was replaced by more practical and cost-effective tanks such as the KV-85 and T-34. Despite its relatively short service life, the KV-2's legacy lives on as a symbol of Soviet military ingenuity. KV-2's impact on armored warfare extended far beyond its time on the battlefield. Its formidable firepower and thick armor set a standard for future tank designs, influencing the development of subsequent generations of armored vehicles. Moreover, its role as a symbol of Soviet military might and resilience continues to resonate to this day, inspiring generations of soldiers and enthusiasts alike. While it may have been overshadowed by more practical and cost-effective tanks, the KV-2 remains a sign to the ingenuity and determination of the Soviet Union during one of the worst periods in human history. The KV-2's formidable firepower, thick armor, and imposing presence left its mark on the battlefield, shaping the course of armored warfare during World War II. While it may have been replaced by more practical tanks, the KV-2's legacy lives on. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. Thank you.